Hi, BookTube. It's Gina. Happy Monday. Yes, it's Monday. How are you today? I'm doing well. I had a really nice weekend. It was my sister's birthday. We are both the same age now for about 6 weeks, which is always so funny to me. That's one thing that's cheering me up. We had a really nice day yesterday and I'm home. I'm puttering around today. And instead of doing a monthly wrap up from last month, I thought it would be fun to do a What's Cheering Me Up Right Now video because I love doing these. I haven't done one in a long time, and I've got so many little fun things going on right now that I wanted to share with you. So I thought instead of talking about wrapping up last month, I would just talk about the books in context as to what's cheering me up, because of course there will be books. So the first thing I want to talk about, because you guys, well, of course there's the cats. That's Getty. But the first thing I have to talk about is my tiny chef. He's actually a keychain, and he's just so freaking cute. I had to buy this. I saw him. If you have not seen Tiny Chef and you need to be cheered up, go watch his videos and you will not be able to stay annoyed or angry or sad for long because he is so flipping cute. I wish he was one of those little stuffies where you could like stick him on your shoulder. No, I don't, because I would never actually do that. But isn't he the cutest? So this is the big thing right now that's cheering me up. The other things, which you have seen before, are my two little journals, which I am so proud of myself. I've been sticking with these. I bought this for myself. My other sister bought this for me for Christmas, and this is my little Paper Republic. This is not sponsored. I bought it myself. Boy, I sure wish they would send me a free one. Wouldn't that be cool? But I love this. It's got my calendar. I write in my little to-dos, and it's just such a fun little journal. I've got a Daiso monthly calendar in here because I just wanted something really thin and small. So I've got all of these little paper clips connecting things up and binder clips marking my pages, and I'm having so much fun. I've got my travel journal in here, and I've got so many fun trips planned this year. I've already had so many fun trips. So I'm having fun with my little travel journal. And I recently saw a video, I cannot believe how excited this made me, where the creator showed that he folds down the pages of his field note journal when he finishes the page, so that he just jumps right to the page for his notes. And I just thought that was so cute. I loved it. I had to do that in my little field notes, so I did that. I just love this little planner. It's the perfect size, fits in my bag, easy to carry around. I love this. And then I'm still also doing my 5-year hobonichi, which is just a little short section for each day, and it's got year 2026 to 2030. So every year I will be able to track what I'm doing this particular day and see what I was doing last year. Let's see, here's a day that I was in San Antonio with my sister, and I put a little decoration, a little receipt that's already all faded off. So that's clearly not a great thing to save, but some stickers. I'm just having such a fun time with this little 5-year planner. So I definitely recommend those, especially if you are not much of a planner person, but you really want to do a little bit of journaling. It's the perfect size. Let's see, what next? Oh, I went thrifting and I bought some records. This one, oh my gosh, these are this is so 80s. I used to have this. I probably had it in a cassette because back in the 80s, I was more into cassettes. These were 99 cents, and so I had to buy them. Wait, let me show you my little stereo system here. This is my husband's, and We got rid of our CD player because we just didn't really use it much anymore. And I got a turntable because I love to listen to the turntable. And then we have a streamer. So I listen to a lot of music on the streaming system. We use Qobuz. But I do love vinyl too. So I bought this 99-cent Barbra Streisand, Barry Gibb, Guilty. Come on. So fun. And that's a great record. It's so good. I also bought Neil Diamond, Jonathan Livingston Seagull. Oh, this just reminds me of being a kid. My mother was such a Neil Diamond fan, and I am too. And this one still has all of the little inserts, which is so neat. I love that. I bought Neil Diamond Rainbow, which has one of my all-time favorite songs, which is, actually, this is one of my favorite records. Chelsea Morning, Until It's Time for You to Go, Suzanne, If You Go Away. This is such a good record. Look at Mr. 1970s. Oh, yeah. And then, this is not my favorite record, but it was there, and it was only 99 cents, and I had to buy it. This is You Don't Bring Me Flowers. And is Barbra Streisand? Yeah, Barbra Streisand they did a duet, and sorry, it's a little bit glary, but I just had to buy those for $4 for 4 records. So much fun. And then let's talk about the books, because of course there are books. So for August, I've got a camping trip planned with some dear friends. I cannot wait. They go for 10 days. I'm just going for a week, which is still a long time, but it's gorgeous. It's relaxing. We cook. Well, who am I kidding? I don't really do much of the cooking because I joined them on their already established camping trip. They kindly invited me and included me, and they've got their cooking. One of them, my friend, is such a good cook. She cooks. She makes these really good dishes like shrimp fried rice or maybe crab fried rice. We'll have crab for breakfast, crab eggs Benedict one day. I just get excited thinking about it. And then we will read and we will float around on the lake. It's really nice. I cannot wait. It's so relaxing. But I'm going to take some books. I don't know. I'll take my Kindle, of course. And I'll have that loaded up. I can easily read on my Kindle for a week without charging it. That will not be a problem. But I do want to take some paper books because it is really nice just sitting out with a paper book during the day. But I need to decide what to read. I might take a Star Trek book. I might take a Jane Austen because I did not finish Mansfield Park for Jane Austen July. But one thing that I did that I wanted to talk about, I finished Jane Austen's Bookshelf by Rebecca Romney. And I love this book. I didn't love it as much as I was hoping because the book that I really wanted to read was the book about Rebecca Romney buying these books and building her Jane Austen bookshelf, because she is a rare book dealer. She hunted down the women who inspired Jane Austen, who Jane Austen was reading as she was growing up, as she was starting to write. And that part of the book I absolutely love. She talked about hunting down the books, how hard it was because a lot of them are not available, they're not in print. How these women got forgotten when Jane Austen was not and was put into the canon, the Western canon. And it's absolutely fascinating. She also then has a chapter on each of the women, a biographical chapter, which I didn't love as much, although I understand why she did it, and it's important. And so I did really enjoy it. The funny thing is when I was reading some of the Goodread reviews on this, Lots of people complained that they didn't like her book collecting / memoir sections. They wish there had been more of the biographical stuff. So I think it comes down to personal taste on that one. But I really love this book. Definitely recommend. I love Rebecca Romney. She is such an interesting person. Rare book dealer, feminist, writer, book buyer, book collector. It's absolutely amazing and fantastic and interesting. So I loved that. And then I went to my favorite used bookstore, which is called Tacoma Book Center. And it's down in Tacoma. I live in the Pacific Northwest. And I found 2 books. Look at this. I showed this briefly. This is Miss Reed, Farther Afield. This is an entry in the Fairacre series. Look at these covers. They're just absolutely gorgeous. I love these. This is the English Michael Joseph edition, which I prefer. The Houghton Mifflin editions were the first printings in the US, I think. But these are the ones that were printed first in the UK, and I love them. So I am trying to, hi Getty. He's also making me happy. He's so cute. We shaved him because he's got hairball issues and has had a couple of hospitalizations. So sorry for that aside. But I found this at the Tacoma Book Center. I realized it's a little bit munched. I'm not sure if I would have, you can sort of see it right there. If I had noticed that, I'm not sure if I would have bought it. I probably still would have bought it because it's still beautiful. And I don't own it, obviously. So that is going on to the Miss Reed collection. And then I also found this. This is Jane Haddam and One to Die On. And this is one of my favorite mystery series. It's got 30-some books, and I am about halfway done with the series. Wait, which one is this? I don't remember which one this is, but this is the one I just finished. Well, I finished it a few months ago and then I took a break, so I hadn't picked them back up. I did just start the next one in the series, which is called, I just looked it up because I have such a terrible memory. Baptism. It's not Baptism by Fire, something about baptism. She has got quite an obsession about religious fundamentalism, Catholicism, politics. It's really, really interesting. A little bit of a Donna Leon perspectives. Donna Leon's obviously set in Venice. These are set in he's an ex-FBI agent or CIA agent. Oh, good Lord, my brain. FBI agent. And he's retired, but he ends up solving all of these mysteries. And they live in they live in Philadelphia. And so it's a similar, not similar perspective, but a similar vibe to the Donna Leon books, where there are some political undercurrents, there are religious undercurrents. It's not just a mystery. And so this was a really good find. I don't own any of these. I always read them on my Kindle. So these are the books. Let's see, what else? Oh, I got new appliances. Did I already tell you that? I don't think I did. I got new appliances, which is very exciting because my stove was, half of the things on it didn't work. It was 20 years old. It was time to be replaced. And we went ahead, and as much as it pained me to replace things that were working fine, we also replaced the refrigerator and the dishwasher. Refrigerator's a few inches bigger, so I've got a little bit extra space. It is absolutely glorious. So that is really making me happy. All right, so why don't you tell me what is cheering you up right now? Anything fun happening? Any fun vacations planned? I'm so excited about my camping trip. And of course, I'll let you know what books I'm taking and what I end up reading while I'm on vacation, if I end up reading anything, because, sometimes we just end up floating on the lake all day and I don't even read. Uh-oh, there's a cat. There's another cat. Come here, Opal. Here, let's see if we can get a, there, oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Here's Getty. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.